And then also, I just want to bring up another point where I'm
Sure.
kind of a little bit disappointed of that people think I'm a dirty fighter. I've never been a dirty fighter in my life. Sometimes when you're throwing combinations like that, shit happens. You know what I mean? I'm not a dirty fighter. I don't use dirty tactics, and that elbow that I hit him with was completely unintentional. And but when you're throwing punches and bunches like that, man, I was throwing 10-piece combinations every combination I threw. So it's sometimes that happens. But like I said, I'm not a dirty fighter. I've never been a dirty fighter, and I never will be a dirty fighter. So for anybody saying that I elbowed him intentionally, I didn't elbow any. I've never been a dirty fighter, like I said, and I didn't do that intentionally.
I will be honest, and obviously this is about you, so you're paying much more attention. I did not see that. Are you getting a lot of people calling you that?
Yeah. I mean, but people always say what they want to say, but I just so you guys know what type of fighter I am. I've never been a dirty fighter in my life. So, like I said, sometimes some things happens, but at the end of the day, what other fighter do you have today throwing 10-piece combinations like that?
No.
Nobody.
Especially moving up from 75 to 200.
I noticed certain things. People are criticizing him on some things, but I think it's just all in conjunction of the combinations he was throwing. They say that he hit with the elbow at the end.
He did.
But even then, though, I think that it wasn't intentional.
I think it was intentional. And let me tell you something.
You think so?
That's part of the inside
Part of
game.
boxing.
It's not exactly like I'm going to hit you with this elbow. It's, yo, my fist is going this way, and now my arm is coming this way. If your head is there, that's not my problem.
I don't blame Canelo no more. I used to blame Canelo. Now I get it. I get it, Canelo. Listen, I ain't getting in the ring with him either.
All right. Let's talk. So, Benavidez addresses the elbow thing. I put Max Kellerman clip in there. Y'all hear that audio? My mouth is no longer numb. So we Gucci on that. He said, I want to be known as a dirty fighter. Also had a clip I seen on X where shows somebody broke it down where he's done that multiple times. And that's back to what Max Kellerman was saying. It was intentional. He did it intentional. I mean, it is what it is. It's a dirty game. Boxing ain't clean. It's a dirty game inside them square ropes. They done a bunch of dirty tactics. Hispanics, they had this trick back in the day that's really lost amongst them to debilitate the movement. They used to punch the fighter on the hip and keep hitting him on the hip where he couldn't move no more. Roy Jones used to jab a dude's shoulder off. It's a dirty game. It's a real dirty game, man. So if you can do dirty tactics and get away with it, I don't have no issue with it. Real dirty. Floyd used his forearms and elbows. Benavidez been using his elbows. It's messed up. Is Ramirez going to sit there and try to do a petition? Or he just going to be like, it is what it is. But most likely, I think Chris Eubanks get knocked out with an elbow. And my stance is no different whether it's Benavidez or Chris Eubanks. My stance is still the same. CJ, what's your stance? My honest stance on it is it should have been considered a no contest or no contest, and it should be off the record. It's an illegal blow. But once again, boxing has no ironclad rules. They have no ironclad rules. Gervonta Davis takes a knee, and should have lost the point. It's everything in boxing is subjective, bro. Everything is similar to the pound for pound list. It's subjective. Flat out. From the scoring to what's illegal, what's legal. In the comment section, I did the video on Benavidez flopping. You know what's so funny? Hector and them come in there. Oh, you want to make it about race? That don't work on this channel. I ain't Tim Bradley. I don't pander to y'all, bruh. That don't work. So they try to use shaming language and stuff like that, but I can care less. I'm going to tell the truth from my perspective, but everything is subjective. Everybody opinion, who you think punched the hardest, scorecards, what's illegal, what's legal. You know, you got people saying, well, everybody takes steroids. You know, that's their way of just trying to, you know, justify every top athlete takes steroids and this, that. Like, okay, that's your way of admitting that these motherfuckers is dirty. Everybody do it. You know, I mean, you know, Canelo's not the only one. You know, Jaime's not the but everything is subjective. You know, even when it come down to what gloves you can wear in the ring. Tell me I'm wrong. Floyd did not want to let Marcos Maidana wear them gloves in the ring. Did he? Paid him to change the gloves. So everything is subjective. It's one of the most subjective sports of all time. What's a good knockout? What's a good blow? What's a low blow? What's disqualification? They let Abner Mares low blow Joseph Abeko 1,000 times. And nobody better than I. In the rematch, it wasn't the same. Nigga ain't had no more nuts. You know? Do I think he was intentional? Yeah, it was intentional. I agree with Max. It was intentional. Because he's been on camera doing it multiple times. But in general, it's a dirty game. And I don't think it would have changed the course of the fight. It would have went a little bit longer. But he hit him with an elbow and then pull that punch back and came back and hit him with 2 elbows. But it didn't change that Benavidez was just the outcome would have been different. It didn't change that Benavidez was just a different beast. It didn't change that in my opinion. So therefore, I'm not saying that he should. Technically, if we're going by the rules, which they never do in boxing, he should be disqualified. Should be a victory to Gilberto Ramirez. But from a fan's perspective, and just a dude with a small YouTube channel, I'm cool with Benavidez keeping the win. Honestly, I'm cool with Benavidez keeping the win. Because I felt like it wouldn't have been the outcome would have went a little bit longer, but it was illegal. But, Max Kellerman said the old fighters used to practice shit like that. If, it's a dirty game. I tell y'all that it's a dirty game. So it don't surprise me now. So Benavidez, I ain't holding it against him, but it's something that was intentional. Something that he's been on film doing before. It is what it is. But I think he still would have put foots, elbows, and toes all over Gilberto Ramirez like he did, but hit him twice. People say, it was on the jaw. It wasn't on the jaw, bro. Like, y'all fucking see? So, I mean, I feel him. Of course, you're going to defend yourself. You're not going to incriminate yourself on TV. But like I said, boxing, if Zuffa wanted to really change something, it had the great intent for the fighter, they would have tried to create a company and employed the fighters under something, or came with a governance system. A governance system. So ain't nobody care about the fighters, bro. The rules are subjective. Some people can get away with cheating. I mean, it is what it is. So it was Hector on Hector, but it is what it is. So I really ain't complaining about it. I really ain't tripping about it, but it was, I agree with your match. It was intentional. But like I said, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game, bro. It's a dirty game. I feel like Chris Eubanks should have been a DQ. But guess what? The rules, there's no point of replay and all this other shit. There ain't no rules in boxing. You can juice as many times as you want to and come back. Ain't no rules in this shit. Ain't no rules in this shit, man. So that's all I pretty much, gotta say. But, I feel them. You want to defend yourself and you feel a certain type of way. But in general, bro, if we going by the letter of the law, that's a DQ. He should have been disqualified. Did he deserve it? Like the outcome? No. He was going to win regardless. In my opinion. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, Chris Chansky notifications. We go live or drop video Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.